just want to wish everyone a good morning, good afternoon, and a happy how do you do. It is us, your fellow goons from around the block, aka the Goonies that your mom never let you hang out with, back with another banger. And don't mind me, Ray Charles Jr. behind the scenes. I want to bring in the boys. Stevie Steve, my guy, bring the slogan that everyone's waiting to hear, my boy.
All right, man, I just want to say friendship is a priceless gift that cannot be bought nor sold, but its value is far greater than a mountain made of gold. For gold is cold and lifeless, and it can neither see nor hear. In time of trouble, it's powerless to cheer. It has no ears to listen, no heart to understand. And that's the late, great Muhammad Ali.
That was a goddamn bar. Yeah, Mr. Rock. God damn. What kind of collaboration was this?
I thought that was
I don't
Mr.
even know.
Rogers,
You get a
man.
Stevie.
Nah, not at all.
Listen, you get a Mr. Ray Charles. There you go. You have to be on YouTube to see what I just did. You know. But without further ado, Muggs, my guy, my man, how you doing, bro?
Well, feeling like I can't match whatever came before me, but hi guys. Friendship is magic. That was original. So there's that.
You get a Lieutenant Dan. Where's your legs? I give you that. All right. Goose, bro, how you getting loose tonight?
I'm doing good. They say friends are the family that you choose for yourself. So I'm here with my homies, my amigos, my brothers, plastic addicts in arms, just to have a good time and talk about some good stuff with the boys.
Wow, you guys are spitting crazy. Listen, if you have a friend with a model kit, make sure you guys build shit together. And if that friend doesn't have a model kit, make sure you criticize them and chastise them forever until they get one. Quote, Gunpla Goon. You can mark it, date it. I was here for it. But without further ado, let's big the big enchilada in the room. Can I get a drum roll, please, from Stevie Steve? Give it to me.
I ain't got no drum rolls, bro. I don't got no
What the
soundboard.
fuck, bro? You both hit me with the brrrr, bump da bum. What happened?
That.
My bad.
What happened to the lying stepping out? You know? Oh, I like that one. Listen, without further ado, Gunpla Luke, what is it doing, my guy? What it do, baby boy?
Hey, everybody.
Questioning.
Like,
How are you?
again. I'm never doing this shit again.
Accepting this.
How did I get here?
I was doing pretty good for myself, man. Shit.
Bro, we're so hyped to have you on, bro. How's everything, bro? What's new in the neighborhood, my guy?
Not a lot. A couple new things, I guess. This October's been just super busy. Yesterday, we with our local Oklahoma Gunpla Builders group, we put on our big new type cup show, and that went on yesterday, and it was pretty good. We had quadrupled the amount of entries we had last year. So we had a pretty big success. Brought in a lot of builders from surrounding states, and it was pretty sweet. And then we also had our regional GBWC yesterday, which was also a pretty good time. I hadn't shared anything about it yet, but the Haze and Flay did take first for the regional.
Okay.
I would've
flexed. Stop playing with him. Damn.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty sweet. There was some good competition there, and yeah, I think either way, with the top three, however it would have been definitely good representatives for our area. But it was pretty fun to be able to host our contest and then also participate in the regional one for GBWC. So it was a very event-filled day. After about 5 o'clock, I did not want to talk about model kits, anything. I just wanted to find beer and food and sit down
Back in the real world.
because it was a really busy day.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
That's
Congratulations,
awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Damn, bro, we are not worthy, bro. He just dropped that shit. Like, let me just let y'all know insider shit. Like, it is what it is. Listen, bro, all honor to you, bro. You fucking put so much work in. Like, yes, I'm gonna stroke your ego, my guy. You got a big ego. That shit, bro. Yes, that shit is clean, my guy. You do awesome work, and listen, people follow him. He does great tutorials. Listen, I straight up and be shaking my people like, yo, babe, look, Gunpla Coop, he posted a new one, my guy. That shit is clean. Like, I'm learning right now. But shit, man, like Steve, bro, you have, he's fucking you've been under the Luke utensils, my guy. You've talked to him, picked the brain of the master before us. Have you learned anything? What experience have you gained from him? Like, I would love to know some insiders before we get deeper into it.
Well, me and Muggs both took a class with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Forgive me. Damn. My
no,
bad.
apparently
Damn.
forget me, but it's cool.
Dude, no, it was awesome. Like, I felt kind of dumb after because I was like, holy shit, that totally makes sense. And then, like, I've looked at builds after, like, because we did some scribing and stuff, and I've looked at other builds, like, since then. I haven't done it on any other builds, but I've looked at builds where people had done, like, custom scribing, and I'm like, I can totally see where some of those methods apply and things like that. So I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, taking that class was awesome, man.
Okay. Muggs, what about you? I'm not leaving you out of this now since you just aggressively just came at me. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, to be honest, it wasn't the most unprofessional experience I've had. I think he showed up 15 minutes late. He was just did not care about anything that I had to do or anything.
Luke, that's normal for me, bro. 15 minutes, you on time, baby boy. Don't worry about it.
But no, I think I've talked a little bit about it on here before. But dude, such a such a good bang for your buck, and like I can't stress how like professional he was, and not in like the boring way like Maddie during his fucking daytime hours or hi, thank you for calling. But just like he wanted me to get everything I could out of that session and beyond too. So it was very focused. It was very about what I wanted to do and had plenty of examples. It wasn't like he was rushing to figure shit out. So I can't speak highly enough about his classes. So definitely check them out if anybody out there wants to learn something.
Oh, thank you.
Damn. Goose, you have any experience, my guy? Because I have a bone to pick with you, Luke. I'm saving for my last piece. Don't worry about it. I'm going to come for you.
Definitely been watching Luke just kill it with every build he does. Like, it flows from his fingertips, the magic. Just a true Gunpla wizard. Yeah, for real, by and by. Definitely got me interested in wanting to take some classes as well because that knowledge like that, that's like one of the greats, one of the elders. So, yeah.
They're not that great.
All right. So I'm stepping up to the plate and I'm ready to swing. Where are my posing classes at, bro? When you teach me to pose, my guy, I want Hanger Bay A1 stances, all right? I want them shits to be clean as hell. Where are my posing classes coming from, bro?
Like a class on like how to pose your kid? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, I'm demanding it because I know you can do it. Don't lie to me. I've seen it.
If you really, I kind of just open it up where it's more of like where I'll be like, whatever you kind of want to learn that I know how to do, we can figure out an hour on how to do it. Posing, I wonder, it might be kind of hard to do an hour of posing, but I'm sure we could figure it out,
bro,
and talk about it. But I did do that one reel on kind of like just general power stance kind of look, which is about 99% of what I put shit in anyways.
He's a liar. I've seen it. He's good. Don't. All posers out there, you know me. Don't. He's lying. He's good. Follow him.
I'm a huge fan of the power stance of just
It's a class.
Spread legs.
Oh yeah.
Clench fists, chin down, just looking like he's ready to fuck up a kid or something. I don't know.
Hey, listen. Yeah, baby.
How many toddlers can I punch today?
Yeah, like how far can I kick this kid or something? I don't know.
That was perfect. Oh my god, bro, this is amazing. Well, once again, glad to have you on, bro. But
yeah,
listen,
thanks for having me.
I want to fucking get in the meat and potatoes of this shit because, honestly, this shit's been on my mind, bro. Sponsorships.
Georgia's on my mind. Sorry, I had to.
Ray Charles, give me the strength.
Hold on, before I answer that, let me swap over to the. Because I can't. Someone for a minute there.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't
so
need to. He just gave you the
yeah,
power boost just now.
yeah. Uh, Sponsorships.
How do you feel
What do you
about
want?
him?
I think there's some. I think there's some good ones and there's some bad ones. I think there's a lot out there. I think it was like one of those things that was like really cool for like a month. Whew. I think it's played out.
Okay.
If I had to say like anything on it, I think it's kind of played out for the most part.
Well, before
I
we
feel
get
like it was
too
a
far
phase.
into the deep stuff, what were your thoughts coming like fresh baby Luke? He doesn't have the beard. He's getting on Instagram. He's becoming
2 pounds,
a
7
good
ounce.
yeah. 2 pounds. Like, what were your thoughts going into kind of more than I'm just gonna build at my table? Like for example, I know when I was getting on Instagram, I was 100% was like, I want some free shit. I want some free shit. So, like, what were your kind of thoughts like going into this, like this space?
Yeah, that's a good question. Kind of origin story, this shit. So I think before I started like an Instagram, I was building, maybe for like a month or so. And I was building a lot, and I was running out of space on my phone for pictures of all the shit I was doing, and mainly I was just sending it to mainly I was just sending it to friends and stuff like that. Like, hey, check out this hobby; it's pretty sweet. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start an Instagram just to dump photos there, just to save space on my phone. And then I was dumping builds there, work in progress shots, and then it's like stuff started to get a little traction, and I was like, okay, like this is kind of cool. And so I kept building and sharing stuff, and I wasn't really taking anything seriously at the time. But then I think like one day someone, I forgot who, shared one of my builds, and I was like, okay, like I'm someone kind of took notice. Maybe I should actually start like giving a shit. And
Okay.
so I had a camera because I'm a designer, and so like I have a camera for freelance design work and stuff like that. And so I set the camera up with tripod, started taking nice pictures, started thinking about what would be like good posts for things that I was working on. And so like I think somewhere around like 2.5 years ago, I actually just kind of started giving a shit after the account was sort of growing and growing and growing, and people started taking notice. And I was like, okay, like I'm already doing this stuff anyways. Might as well just throw it on Instagram and see what happens. And then I think like a year ago, or whatever, I think that's when I actually started like paying attention to how to like grow on on a social media account. So I definitely went through, I think, stages, through this whole thing of starting out as just a place to dump my photos, to starting to care about the quality of my content, and then to starting to care about how I was growing and what content I was pushing out.
Did you reach out to companies, or did companies reach out to you for like partnerships?
So companies have reached out to me. I always kind of felt that it was unprofessional to reach out to companies, but then again, the what do they say?
I'm a dirtbag.
The grease, or the loudest gear gets the grease kind of thing, whatever. So I don't have a problem with anybody asking. I just never did. And yeah, they would approach me about them, and I would kind of decide based off of either who they were and what they offered, if I was interested or not. And then later on, as it started become a little bit more common, and the whole sponsored builder thing became a little bit more common, I started reevaluating like like I put a lot of work into the work that I'm putting out and the content that I'm curating and the like
Right.
and the schedule and all that stuff that like I'm pulling in pretty decent metrics that those became kind of like negotiation tools for sponsorships, like like
Understandable.
like I was looking at my insights and being like, hey, my average reach on a lot of stuff is this. What is it worth to you? Like, like I generate this many eyes get on my content, this many times a week. What is that worth to you? Because go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go finish.
I was just gonna say. So as much work as I put in, I feel like it's only fair to get compensated in return. And before anybody says, well, that's not having the community at heart, I'm like, well, what about what about number one, right? Like, I mean, I'm working hard. It's community can. If I'm working too hard and not getting anything, community can. If they're not going to care about the actual builder, then that makes the community. Then what do we really stand for if we're not going to care about the people that actually make it?
And marketing is so expensive, dude. They're making money off of these sponsorships, depending on what it is.
And see,
absolutely.
This is where I kind of wanted to go around the room and like get an idea or see what everybody else's idea of like coming into this, like what in your mind does a sponsorship like mean to you, or what should that like encompass? Because like you said, like if you're doing this and it's at some point in time it's going to become work, because you can just post your stuff, but now you're having to plug a shop, you're having to advertise, say, hey, go shop here, got this code, it advertise these sales and stuff like that, while it also may increase your metrics some. More so than anything, it's like, you're driving around with a logo for, Chick-fil-A logo on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh shit!
You're just bringing in the thing for them. So like, in my mind, it's like, what is that trade-off for that? Like, what does a sponsorship encompass? And it's like being on the outside looking in as somebody that so far hasn't really cared about being sponsored, because like for the most part it seemed cooler on the outside, and then as things and time went on, it was like, okay, this is definitely like an inflated idea, or it's like not something as true as what you would believe. Because in my mind, it's like, okay, all my friends are getting these codes from these shops. I would assume if I use their code, that's going to be tracked. There's some metric to that's going to be tracked and kept, record of. And then that person, the more I use their code, should like benefit them in some way. They get free money, they get free stuff, and blah 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 blah. Because that's the only reason I'm going to want to use that code. It's because I know you, or you're just somebody scouring the internet for a free code to get something. So it should benefit that builder. And to hear that like not a lot of places like have that give that, that's kind of like really, it's disheartening, I guess, to hear.
Yeah, I know it was just like, for me starting out coming on here, like I 100% came in Instagram with like, I wanted to get to know people, but like I've known other people, artists who like eventually got free shit. So I was like, fucking hey dude, if I can get free shit and like look at cool robot shit all the time, let's go.
Win-win.
Yeah.
So I know coming into this, like that was one of my goals, is like I want to find a sponsorship just for the simple sake of it. And then once I finally did it, it was like I don't really mind at all. Like I'm still partnered with like Leaping Panda, and I think they're an awesome shop. But like working with a couple other companies, like I don't mind it, but I also don't like it a whole lot. It's a weird feeling, man. It's really weird.
Yeah.
If I can go next, I want to be real here. Posers don't get sponsored. All right, like I don't know where you get this idea from that we get love. Like we just pose plastic robots. But no, on a serious note though, bro, like I wish it was more like, I guess, like somewhat community friendly, or like I guess like more involved, so to speak, with these like, I guess, quote unquote sponsorships. Like give certain gear or do certain things that like would invite more people in. Do something that makes it more, I guess, inviting and worth it for these quote unquote people to have the sponsorship behind their name. And check the people that you sponsor. Like some of these people do certain things and say certain things that ruffle feathers. And being fair, listen, at the end of the day, people have freedom of speech. I don't care what you say. It is what it is. but it can be perceived differently. And for your image as a store or a sponsorship, you have to look at that and say, like, do we really want that to be represented by us?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, like, I've been doing this shit for like a little minute. I just wanted to be with friends who like the same shit as me, and like if a sponsorship came along, it is what it is. I think I care about more for like the Goonies realistically, because I want the people and our fans to just like benefit more from it together. But from just like me posing this shit, bro, I do this for fun. Like, someone hit me up and was like, "Do you do perfect great builds?" And I'm like, "Bro, I just do this for a hobby. Like, this wasn't anything where I really thought I was gonna like benefit or take your money from. If a company wants to hit me up, so be it." But I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it to that degree. And when I saw people pushing out these codes, and everyone had these codes, like,
Yeah, it started to become like
where,
a thing.
right? Yeah, like is it like a FOMO kind of thing now? Like you said, like I feel uncomfortable sliding these companies' DMs. That's just I don't how do I even word that? Like, yo, look at me, I got such and such followers. Just from my perspective, obviously for me coming up. But like you said, they're approaching you. They're seeing your work. They're seeing what you're bringing and providing. Shut up, Steve, because I'm not famous.
This man said when I'm coming up, this motherfucker come up though, bro.
It's funny.
He came out bro. He said 2K, okay, 6K, what's good? And I was like,
I'm almost at 7K. Chill. I need to ask Gunpla, where your security at, bro? Because I'm gonna need that soon. But
it's funny because on some level I get that same thought or feeling of like I'm walking into a restaurant saying you should feed me for free and I'll take pictures and show people. That's like the idea I get asking for shit. It's like it's kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's gonna hurt my self-esteem. Like I'm gonna be like, hey, shoot your little posing ass down. I don't do shit. I'm like, okay, my bad. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I was gonna. You were saying that. It's like I don't know, dude. Sponsorships for me, it was definitely one of my goals. Getting in and like, I think it's a lot of it when I started was the idea of being sponsored is the.
Okay.
It's the like because you see certain accounts and they have big followings and there's a name attached to it, right? So it means something different. Like, so that was a big thing for me at one point. Definitely still open to sponsorships, but like it's got to be worth my time as well, and it's got to benefit us both. And
Yeah.
I don't really have too much to offer because I'm shadow banned. So what's not even shadow banned? I'm just straight up restricted.
He's like, look at my metrics, and they're like,
dude,
yeah, we wish we could. We can't see your messages, but
What metrics?
Sure. Like, yeah, no.
Like what?
Like I'm not against sliding into a company's DMs because advertisement like has been said is expensive. So for us to benefit from it as well as them, then I don't see an issue with it. But it depends on what is being offered to you.
Okay.
I was, like on the original podcast or whatever, I hit up a company to sponsor us, and they turned us down. Or they're like, "Oh, we think if it's good content, what?" I'm just saying.
Original podcast. God, loud and clear, man.
I said
okay.
on the first one that I was on. That's what I'm saying. On the first one that I was on, I was turned down. They're like, if your content's good, and then we were picked up by another shop like not too much long after. So, I don't know, dude. It's like, and I love working with that other shop that the podcast was sponsored by. But like, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's got to be like a even flow, I think. And I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like it's one of those like, it is exciting too. Like, I mean, when I received my first one too, like it was exciting. And you feel like this certain way, like you're recognized. And then I think after a lot of that settles in and you start to actually kind of get down into the exchange of like the relationship between the shop and the builder. Like, I think that's where, you start to kind of see these things or develop how you really feel about, sponsorships and opportunities and like what you want from them in the future. Kind of just after that first one, because the first one, it definitely is exciting. And sometimes there are really good sponsorship opportunities out there with builders and shops. And sometimes it hurts them, and sometimes like with Majin, Majin Hobby was my first one, and it was a very, very beneficial relationship on my part. They provided a lot, and I was given an X amount of dollars in store credit, and it was more than I needed by far. And so I just like if you guys remember Majin was mainly
I
a
remember
tool
them.
store, yeah, mainly a
Right.
tool store. And so how many times are you rebuying tools really? And a lot of the stuff too, a lot of the tools I didn't really need. I either already had or just didn't need them. And so like I was just not buying. I was not using my credit that I was given. It was just backing up in my account basically.
Bro, just stacking it up like
Yeah.
All over minutes.
Yeah.
I'll
it
buy
was
the
a-
whole store now. I'll just take
it-
everything.
It's like,
when with how much I had in there when he did his like fire sale, I probably could have with my credit.
Christ.
Yeah, I just wasn't using it fast enough. But to me though, at the time, like for the amount of work I was putting in versus what was received, I feel like that was a really good relationship. Builders were being compensated for their time and their effort, and it
Right.
was really good. And then, after you start, after you get that first sponsorship and then you go into these other ones, and then like what you get is, a 10% off code and then maybe like a kit a year or something like that. Like
That's
you have
crazy.
you have to think like, because someone had offered me that, and like the thing, like you have to think about like, okay, is that all like this is worth you? Because the thing is they getting sponsored isn't like to clear like whatever it is about it. Getting sponsored isn't a recognition of like skill, because we know builders out there. We know builders out there who are phenomenal, who are not partnered with anybody.
Correct.
Uh,
You spitting.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know builders out there who are not partnered with anybody, or that they don't even have big accounts. Like it
Right.
has, skill has nothing to do with any of that, and same with partnership. And that I feel like whenever sponsored builders started becoming a thing, it was all right. We're gonna race to create a 10% off army. That is
Yo, what the
that
fuck?
is-
Saginac Army
private
over
mugs
here.
Yeah.
reporting
Like
for
an
duty.
army,
Yeah.
army of dudes with their
It-
little Pokemon badges from their first
Yeah.
gym.
Fuck you.
It's like your Pokemon
And
badge.
it was genius. I mean, because what they were ultimately doing is they were seeking accounts that didn't quite have a lot of following at the time, and but giving them a code gets them excited, gets them promoting, posting a
Yeah.
lot, and they were doing this all for almost free.
Free.
Right.
And
Yep.
yeah, it was free. I mean, that's the whole affiliate marketing, influencer kind of stuff. It's not new. It's not new.
Nah.
It's just I think it hasn't.
Recycled almost.
Yeah, it hadn't hit the Gunpla scene, I guess, yet. And then it did it like overnight in like a week. Some of these shops were just like lining up people,
100%.
and if people wanting to do that, that's totally up to them. It's just that like it was it's a big deal. It's a lot of
Free marketing too.
yeah, free marketing, a
so-
lot of eyes.
I mean, all of us have probably seen the ad come up to us. And how much does Instagram charge for a day of a sponsored
Advertising.
of a
Right.
sponsored post? They charge a shit ton of money. Like I
Yeah.
think it's like $15 for a day, and that's like their like introductory. Like, come try it out.
Yeah,
So
that
you
or
can get
impressions.
this many.
Yeah.
So think of how much money these companies are saving, and it's tough because like Steve, I'm glad that Steve, that was also one of your goals, because in my mind, starting out like that was definitely seen as like recognition. Like I have something in my bio that says like, I'm a legit builder. I mean,
Right.
come on, man, I'm sponsored.
Trust
Look
me,
at
listen
me.
to my
Look at
podcast.
And like I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with it, and looking back I wouldn't necessarily change
No.
anything, but I feel a little bit different about it. But I still like I still want to engage in that and be a part of that, because I do think it helps grow my page, which isn't the only part of this hobby, and it's a weird part of the hobby once you come online, but like it's really cool motivation to like, okay, I want to create a cool post for this, or I want to do something for this, but I think there does have to be some of this like, I would like to see more, but I'm also not at a point where you are, Luke, where I can be like, well, hold on, look at my metrics. I'm like, yeah, look at my metrics. Like, 40
Hold
people
on there,
looked at my
buddy.
reel yesterday.
Take a step
so-
back there, Bucko. You need to check this out.
But I
Well,
want
I'm
to
not
get
gonna
to
lie to you.
eventually more.
Yeah, well, like
I
the
need to-
thing too is like your metrics don't even need to be crazy. It's just that
Mm.
like it's just whatever they are. That is your bargaining chip and how much it's worth. Because like even if it's not a
Okay.
lot, and you look at your followers, and you have maybe 3 times more than the shop that's trying to sponsor you, like
Oh,
immediately your content is elevated because your content is already being seen more than theirs. So even if it's not a lot,
need
it's
you
more
more
than
than you need
theirs.
them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So even if your metrics aren't exactly a ton, it's still worth looking at and saying, like, hey, I'm interested in your sponsorship. You had 20 people or whatever like your post last week, and right now I'm pulling, whatever this is, and then you say it's not much, but it's more. So yeah.
And more is better than none.
Yeah. So even if you're not, pulling crazy like numbers like some of these other guys and everything, it's still worth looking at.
I mean, honestly, though, that's like self-worth. You're looking at your self-worth at the same time because
Mhm.
you're looking at your time. This is something
Yeah.
that you do in your free time, and how much
Yeah.
is your time worth? And
Yeah, this is
Muggs,
your
I want
effort.
to piggyback with, exactly. I want to piggyback with what Muggs said. Like, I got an airbrush. Everybody got some airbrushes out there. Shout out to all the people who got some airbrushes. Cause airbrush family, gang. You already know the vibe. But like on a serious note, like shout out to the company that did it. Are we gonna drop the name? You want me to drop the name?
No,
Let me know.
we'll keep it a secret.
We'll keep it. Okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Let 'em
dot
think about
question mark
It'll
dot
blow
com.
everybody's minds once we actually
Yeah,
reveal
it's
what
crazy.
company it was.
It's crazy. Listen, you had to be in there like swimwear to get one, but bro, I'm an
Or
airbrush
have an
guy
Instagram.
now.
Oh.
I haven't even painted with an airbrush yet, bro. Like, what do you mean? Got 2 of them Jones. Like, appreciate y'all. but like now that's gonna help my content, my channel grow. Like now that gives me that chance to step out of my comfort zone because it was one of those things where it's like, hey, you're a beginner. We see you're growing. We see what you already can do. Let's elevate that. And that's something where it's like, all right, cool. Like that's something that benefits both of us because at the end of the day, it shows you like, look where he was before and look where he is now.
Well, and that's
And
like
I see where you're coming from with that.
a free brush is nothing to like turn your nose up at either, man. That's fucking cool as shit. Like,
Yeah, especially most people only have one too, and so like if you're receiving, another brush, that's you've already doubled your arsenal.
You
Like,
should, I'll say, Goon, you should start a page where you document spoons and just call it Shades of Matte Black.
Ooh,
yeah.
no, we need to get the what is it? We need the what is my
50
code
Shades
name?
of
My
Matte
villain
Black.
arc. My black winner, bro. It's black winner. It's gonna be a black winner.
black
be a
winner,
black
dude.
winner.
That's my
Yeah.
boy.
Gonna be a
Black
black
winner.
winner,
That's a
right?
pilot name, bro. I'm telling you.
You
that's a
already
pilot
know.
name.
Listen, I'm gonna be out there with my Zaku baby, black winner. Oh, he's coming, bro. It smells like weed. That's it.
This shit Zaku weed. Not
So-
Zaku
Shit green as hell.
Yeah, you got a Zaki and you got a big old like Gatorade GB on the back of you, just sending out rips to all the suits, and but,
Yo, he's mad friendly, bro. The war stops because of him. Yeah, bro. He just comes through,
yeah, so
gas
you-
everybody up.
Yeah, how like in the battle they got maybe like medics running around, but they got just not GBs keeping everybody in the fight.
You just can see GG going around with the Gatorade. Look, that's me. Interact. Yo, you good? You good? All right, bro. I'm good. I know you know.
May need orange slices. So,
bro.
I got a question for you guys. Does seeing a bio with a sponsored link on there, does that change your interactions with that page at all?
It depends on the sponsor,
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
and
depends.
that's not to certain people. To me, it's just certain people. You know that term, put your dick on the table. I feel like that's what it is with some of these sponsorships. Like some people really want to flex, like what they have or what's behind them, and that's fine. That's you accomplish that, and that's fine. I'm not coming at you for that. But to me, I feel like you know, in the state of New York, you can also get in trouble for being with the wrong group of people, guilty by association. So yeah, I'm just saying you gotta watch who you associate with. I'm just, you know,
I was about to say some of them things in y'all bios make me feel sad and bad for y'all because y'all be waiting on y'all be waiting on free kits like some of us be waiting for paid kits. That's that's insufferable.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow, he said, you know, it's called the cauldron. It is Halloween, so I'm gonna stir that shit crazy right now. Jesus Christ. But I guess that depends on that, bro. Like, I think it's cool. Like, I think really it shows like who really backs you up and who's kind of like, that's your family. That's your sponsor kind of build family, because that's obviously you have other people who are sponsored by the same, you know, sponsorship or person. So, you know, I think it, you know, depends on what it says or how you put that shit out there. If you're saying, you know, USA Gundam Store for life, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, I guess. Maybe you might get a follow. You might not. Maybe you might just get a like.
Oh, certain genders get some more follows. It seems like too, or what sponsors?
Dude, I would love to go in on it. I would love to go in on another episode with that. So don't get too deep into that because I think it's a separate episode.
Find
I
out
would be
on
embarrassed.
next
Like I
week's
said,
episode.
I feel bad and sad because from what some places are associated with and some practices that they pull off, you know, it's like that's another like your image as well. Because like, yeah, here's my metrics, here's what I can bring to you, but then there's the double-edged sword of like, oh, they just did something really shady and I'm attached to them, and now people are going to be asking me or hitting me up and thinking I'm attached to this in some way when all I was doing was trying to get free shit or, you know, just trying to build a community, and somebody else fucked that up.
Right.
Well, that's the thing, too, is I don't think that builders should be attached to the store so much. Like, because the store can do whatever the fuck they want, and a builder's not going to have any influence on that. So, like, a bad image on a store definitely, I don't think, should necessarily reflect the builder.
Yeah,
I like that.
I caught a lot of shade like on that for like when Studio G dropped that masterclass thing, and everyone like hated him for it, and then people were like, "Weren't you affiliated with like Studio G?"
That's
and,
unfair.
There was a lot of shade that was definitely like thrown. Even though I had like dipped from his stuff like a month before, it's just like, you know, not everybody knows, but yeah, like it would be nice if, you know, just if we could disconnect, you know, the like a little bit
Especially
there.
when you were
disassociating
already.
I think that
Yeah.
I think the issue that comes with that, or the conflict that comes from that, is how many of these shops put a face to their shop. Because I mean, it's not like I'm calling anybody out, but it's like, we know Mecha Warehouse is Nick, we know GSN is Charles, we know these things. So it's like we know Midwest is you know, Iowa New Type, like we know. So when they attach themselves to their business, it makes it a very different dynamic, you know, than it being a company with employees and a business. And I can understand on some levels it's wanting to be able to relate to the community. Like, hey, I am a builder. I was a builder. I'm now making a store. As opposed to like, hey, this is just a store I made because I can make a quick buck, you know, that I found out is lucrative. So.
Well, and that's a real double-edged sword, too, because if you have, I mean, your personal page can't be that polarized because... regardless of how you feel, I mean, like, let's just take the Studio G debacle not too long ago. I mean, dude, that was, on multiple occasions, had been a really big deal. And if, you know, somebody that owned a store was like, I'm in full support of them, dude, like...
I mean, been a lot of backlash.
And you'll get both sides. Like, you know, sure, you'll have people who will support them and be like, 100% I'm with that. I only shop here, too. Or people who are like... yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not going to shop with you anymore. So that's a really interesting point with the shops, man.
I mean, damn, that's such a good point, though. I mean, I just feel like it also is representation. How are you going to representate yourself, your products, how you do business, and how you are going to treat your consumer and your customers? And if bad business practices are in play, then they're going to continue until you see a change. And sponsorships can only be bettered by the company or the person doing it.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see more stores that have people under them that kind of
Right.
do stir the pot a lot and everything. Like, I wish they would take a little more action and like, hey, every time you post, our name is affiliated with you.
Exactly.
And every time you talk shit on something, people go to your profile to see who you are, and the next thing they see underneath your name is our brand. So like having some kind of like PR department where they're making sure that people who are affiliated with them are, having some kind of some community guidelines where hey, if you're going to be affiliated with us, you can't get involved in shit because
Exactly.
we are trying to remain neutral. And so,
Do you feel that way ever, Luke? With like, do you feel like even like there's even sometimes I won't want to even post like a meme or something because it's like, ooh, this is pretty spicy. Like, do you ever feel like maybe I shouldn't interact online in a certain way because I am representing certain companies at certain times?
absolutely. I try to be as professional as possible and to understand that this is a Gunpla account and this is for like the Gunpla side of me. That's why, like, when someone has a problem with me or something like that, I'm like, dude, like the tip of the iceberg, man. Like, this is Gunpla Luke. This isn't Luke. And the only time like I feel like I have to like if I interject on something, it's mainly because whatever the kind of lash is something that I have like in like take the masterclass stuff for example. Like when I posted about that, I didn't jump in at all until like just one time, and like that was it. And usually that's what it'll be. It'll be a hot take, not a hot take, but just a take on like
covering everything here. This
Well, because you're still an individual regardless.
Yeah,
and like,
exactly.
I think to a certain degree you're 100% allowed a voice in a matter. So I remember you posting something. I was kind of surprised in one sense, but in another sense I was like, nah, that makes sense what he was saying. So
I bet for the most part I stay out of pretty much any kind of online drama or anything like that, just because like I do have a shop's name attached to my account, and I don't want to be involved in that because that can ultimately affect the shop too. And like, what's the shop we're talking about is Midwest Hobby and Craft, and I love Hayden's a great dude, and I love him, and I would hate to do something that caused backlash for people to stop shopping at his store because of my problem or because of my post or something like that. And so I definitely think about those things before I post, and if I'm going to comment on anything. So that's why mainly I really don't comment on anything. And some people say like, well, Luke, you're a big account in the community, you should say something. And I'm like, I mean, should I? Like, I kind of don't want to.
I mean, it's not
gives you
something
joy,
why do you feel obligated to?
it kind of gives you a free
Like we need
pass.
to.
It gives you a free pass, which is nice, man. Like, that's awesome.
I mean, I can see where they say like, the people that can stand up should stand up and everything about things. But for the most part, like I like to stay out of it and I like to be Switzerland in most of it.
Nothing
100%.
is that big in Gunpla, though. Nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
exactly. It's not
plastic.
real world problems, dude.
No.
This is
It's
Yeah, I was
plastic
gonna say,
problems, bro. What do you mean?
I know.
So who do you
I
stand
mean,
with, Israel or Palestine, huh?
Oh shit! Yo, we just spiked up in ratings now. Thanks a lot.
You said the
Fucking
keywords,
asshole.
people's gonna hit it.
They're gonna be like Goonie search. We know who you are, man with shades, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I mean, even like to hit on what you said, Luke. Like, even for the future, like I just see it. I post a fucking Master Asian meme all the time of me just sitting in the back watching, just when the drama stirs itself, because it's not even that serious, bro. It's just. And I don't want to put that on future sponsorships as well. Seeing that, like, yo, what were you doing in this time period, bro? Like, what were you saying to quote unquote our new customers?
Yeah, because if we learned anything, was that people don't forget.
Exactly right.
Screenshot.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know how many people screenshot, the hot takes, the captions, the whatevers. People remember the shit you say, and they'll be the first to let you know if you fuck up. And so that's why I like to make sure that that Gunpla Luke history on any of that is pretty clean, pretty PG, I guess.
Grandfather
I mean-
views can't say the same, but please come at me, bros. Come at me, bros. I'm here.
I've got a whole folder full of his
We
screenshots, man.
know
I'm
about
ready
you,
for the day
Goose.
he fucks up.
They're ready. They're waiting for the Goonies. They're like, as soon as they disband, that man Goose
Yeah.
is going down.
Yeah, because I know that there probably would be people out there that would wait for me to fuck up and then flame me for it.
Oh,
and,
of course. They're waiting for your
yeah.
downfall, bro. They always are.
Yeah, and it's like, to me, I've said this too, that like if the Gunpla Luke Instagram disappeared tomorrow, I would probably still be okay.
Right.
I have I have a lot going on outside of just. That's why I say, like, people know Gunpla Luke. They don't really know
Right.
Luke. I have a lot going on outside as a husband, a dad, a career, all that stuff.
Whole
and,
separate life.
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Shut up,
Holy
Mom.
fucking shit, dude. This hasn't been fucking recording.
Yeah, it is.
You're lying.
Is
to
it?
me.
Mine
Yeah,
says
it's
it's
recorded.
recorded.
Yeah, bro.
Mine doesn't say
Yeah,
it's
bro.
recording.
Oh, you had
No,
a
it's
high
recording.
moment there. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Okay, I'll
when
go
you
and
need
cut
to get
that
your
out.
brain together.
I'm so sorry. Because it legit does not say recording on my side.
No, it's
dude.
recording up here, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it
Okay.
in.
My
Keep it
bad,
in.
my bad.
We're in control.
Keep it in.
All right. We gotta clap.
Keep it all in.
We gotta clap in where we cut.
We're ready and break.
Hold on, my fucking win rate.
God
Go
damn.
on.
Let me just totally disrail the entire episode.
Gunpla Luke, bro. You have a lot of nice builds. You have a lot of nice builds.
Okay, sure.
Damn it, Mugs.
Okay. I had a question.
Yeah.
Give us your question.
So, what is a sponsorship? What should it look like to you? Like, what's your
Ooh,
personal opinion on
shit.
what you think a sponsorship should look like?
You should pose be a part of it.
I think anybody should be a part of it.
Nice,
I don't-
good answer.
I don't think anybody should be left out for sure. But yeah,
Even
that's a
shadow
good
ban
question.
people?
I think shadow
Even
ban people
those.
especially, like, we need to get those guys out of the shadows and
Instagram, fuck you,
you
suck.
know, yeah. Hashtag bring Steve back.
Steve,
so-
free Steve.
Yeah, free
Free
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Free him from the shadow realm.
But I think, like, what a good sponsorship should look like is, I think that's subjective. So
Okay.
mainly because everybody has their own kind of needs and what they want. Like for example, like, Mug said, his like, he wanted to be sponsored when he came on Instagram, and like, if that's what he's wanting, then what a good sponsorship should look like to him is a fair give and take for his work, and receiving goods or services or something like that from the store, and a good balance of that. And what a good balance looks like is what is up to him. Like, if he feels like he is being compensated for his efforts fairly, then I think that's a healthy relationship. For me personally, I was definitely not happy with a lot of my past sponsorships. I felt like there was a lot of work that I was doing for not a lot in return. And the one thing that I wasn't very, I guess, cool with was that, like, I felt like I was just peddling these codes and everything to people, and I wasn't, like, explaining to them, like, why you should shop here, why this is a good place, why you should give these people your money, and how they are doing things, to give back. And that's where, like, I talked with Hayden with Midwest Hobby and Craft, and I kind of explained to him my thing, and he was like, if I could sponsor people, I would definitely, it would pick you up. And I was like, man, like, let's talk. And so I told him kind of my vision about, like, what I was looking for, and I'll explain that here in a second. And he was like, funny thing is I've got 3 other dudes that want the exact same thing. And that's where I wouldn't say we, but Hayden had formed the Midwest Hobby and Crafts team or group, whatever it is. And our objective was to not get free shit from Hayden, because Hayden's a small store in comparison to a lot of other stores. Right. And I felt like, I don't need free stuff. I'm 31 years old. If I want something, I can buy it. You know, I don't
Respect.
need a lot of I don't need a lot of free stuff. And I found that out, whenever I had the Majan, sponsorship, that I didn't need a lot of free stuff. And so I was like, what I was more interested in is how I can use the store to give back to the community, and
Okay.
that's kind of what we all wanted, was how do we use the store to give back to the community through our accounts. And like, for example, is the shadow builds that I've been doing is
Ooh,
with
clean.
the shadow builds that the students, they get, 4 free colors of splash paint from Midwest Hobby and Craft for the build, and provided by Hayden. And like, the goal is, like, to create customers through trust, that we are that they're getting, the first step of like the first set, like this paint from them, so that
Right.
they can use it, see it, and they're like, oh, I love splash paint, it's easy to use, where can I get it? Well, Midwest Hobby and Craft, these guys gave it to me for free. And then they have all these colors, they have all that stuff, and so we're trying to build customers, restore relationships through trust. And this isn't like, nobody's going to get rich off this, right? And so there's no like high stakes in this, and that's where, like, I think that's what makes it so easy, is that nobody's going to get rich. We're not trying to get rich doing this. So finding ways for the store to interact with the community and give back in that sense, rather than focusing on getting free stuff and peddling a discount code.
I respect that though, because you don't even like, you could see that grow through even other avenues of the hobby. Could you imagine that on car model, just seeing the growth from just even different like avenues that would even take? I respect that, and not a lot of shops do that. Like, the trust factor is one of those old school. A lot of our grandpas grew up on that. Like, you go work for a guy for 50 years, and you expect him to give you that. Hey, at the end of your 50 years, here you go, bro. I respect all that, but that's a dying thing. Almost like chivalry's dead. But I like that, bro. And that's something where you hear shit like that, and you hope other sponsors kind of like take from that as well, or almost somewhat follow the same practice, or want some kind of vision for themselves. It's a small store.
I think there's plenty of opportunity to do that too. Like, you don't have to give a lot of stuff away. You don't got to do anything
Right.
crazy, but just little things things like that, to let the community know that you're just not trying to bleed them for all their money, is I think important. Like, it's and that's kind of what, to me, a good sponsorship partnership looks like. And that's, it's been great. We're not really focused, like I said, on free stuff, but we're focused on promoting each other, sharing each other's work, hyping each other up, sharing stuff through the store that way, and through our individual efforts, to where like we're all in the MHC team, we're all growing. Like, we're all growing. Everyone's growing.
Exactly.
Like, account wise, talent wise, the store is growing, things like that. And so just kind of taking yourself out of it, like your person, like taking yourself out of it for, I want free stuff, is kind of just helped with growing altogether. And that's just how it's been for me. And I think that's just because the sponsorship opportunities from the past have just been kind of like that, where it was just,
Right.
it wasn't fun. It didn't feel fair promoting a lot of this stuff. And it just kind of had me feeling away for a minute.
I don't know if anyone else wants to touch on it, because Muggs, that was or Steve, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm lost in the sauce tonight, baby. You already know. That was a great question. For me, bro, one thing I would look for out of a sponsorship, bro, I know it sounds corny as a poser, but I would love to set up their store design. Like, I would love to give them like an epic battle with some dope poses, give them something like different angles, something where even other kids, like, you've ever been in like a museum and you can't see like the artwork from one angle. I want to be that guy where you can see it from another angle.
Can I interject for a second?
Of course.
So, off topic, did you know there's an official like Bandai job called the poser?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make me have to just quit my day job.
I'm not shitting you. So when Bandai goes and sets up flagship stores, They ship in the kits and they send in posers to pose the kits in the display.
Goon, what are you doing with your life?
I
Bro,
just
what am
found
I
that out.
doing with my
I
life?
just found that out this weekend.
Bro,
I'm
learning
gonna
is
look this
half the
up right
battle,
now.
kids.
Because
G.I.
I
Joe.
thought there was the Hobbytown store owner was talking to me, and I was like, so when they set this up, did they just come in and like send a team? And he goes, well, we kind of set everything up, and then they sent a team in to just pose the kits in the display and put them all together and everything. I was like, and he goes, the job title is called a poser. I was like, what?
Bro, Bandai, bro. If you ever see me in the streets, Bandai, just know Gunpla Goon. I'm a pose. Me and Gunpla Vibe. I'm putting you out there too, Vibe. Listen, we here. We got availability. Hit my link. I'm hit your link. Thank you, because bro, that's all I need.
Sorry to derail. Back to what you were saying.
Bro, that's perfect. I don't even care what I was saying anymore. That's all I need to know now. My career path is set. I have a whole new meaning. All Might, can you hear me? My goal is to be a poser. That's all I care about now. All right.
So the question was basically like, what do you expect to see out of a sponsor? Like, if I was sponsored, what would I expect to see? Or was that pretty much the question? Okay, so well, like I said, I mean, it definitely, like you said, it's subjective and it's going to be varied based on the person and their needs and stuff. Like, I don't like the idea of asking for anything. So it would be more like if my sponsorship just like randomly offered something or whatever. But obviously, if it's like, it depends on, what's the agreement? What do you want me to do overall? Like, am I just posting, hey, there's this or whatever? Because like, if you're giving me tools, I can review them and tell people where I got it from. If I'm reviewing paints, anything like that, that's like
right. Depends, I guess, on the material.
To me, that's better than money, in my opinion, because I don't care to make money off of doing Gunpla by any means and stuff like that. So it's like hey, we got this in. Do you want to try it out for us? They'll be like, yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Like, I'm down to do that. So,
Instead of spending money on it.
Yeah. A discount code, that's like whatever. I don't know if unless it brings me some type of, like I said, so like in-house money, in-store money that I can spend on products, and that's different too. But that's,
I guess it would depend too, because their stock might be limited. It's like if you have in-store credit, like what do you have at the moment, or like I guess that factors in. You're like it's subjective.
I do like the idea of having like an involvement with the community in actual ways, and like, there's been some different things I've seen from different places, like the shadow builds from Midwest, and like some of the fundraisers for some of the things over by GSN, some of the things that people go through in life and stuff,
helping
and
the community.
There's just all different types of things that I've seen from different places, charities and stuff like that. So there is good, out there too, with some of the bad that some of these places do. It just depends on the person, man.
What about you, Steve? I'm hoping Goth Charlotte hears this and sponsors us, because I don't even care what they give. I just want to get stuff. So Goth Charlotte, sponsor us. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It kind of depends, I think, with like what your expectation is and the shop's expectation is. I think that if you are sponsored with a paint company or something like that, then they should be supplying you with new paints that come out or something for you to demo for them. But it's got to be, like I said, like an even balance, I think. And,
right.
And if it's like a
Equivalent
shop,
exchange.
I expect that, law of equivalent exchange, exactly. I think if it's a shop or something like that, they don't necessarily have to send you the new fucking PG for you to demo for them. You know what I mean? But in some aspects, they have to be willing to send you some kits for you to, promo for them, basically. I'm not saying every release has to be sent to you, but
it's something special though. No regular shit either.
Yeah, but at the same time, not a $300 kit, but
right.
yeah,
like
dude,
I don't know, something mid range. Like give me something where everyone can get it, but like you'll get it first to review, so to speak.
If there's like a new tool or something like that,
yeah,
exactly. I'm talking
exactly.
about like something you really want to push on your page or like your website, then you need to be willing to send that out to the builders that you sponsor, which you need to pick carefully. Sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Papa Muggs, what are you thinking, my guy?
Dude, I'm such a scrub. I just want free shit. I don't know. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I'm like,
I love it.
if I'm being completely honest, so I'm sponsored with Leaping Panda. Code me mug 10% off. Like I'm not opposed to working with them. They're a small shop. I don't really expect much of them. I came to them with that mindset too, where it's like, I don't expect much from this. I'm pretty small. I just, would you be interested in a partnership? And they're down, so it was cool. When I worked with Gravistar, I don't know if this is probably a good idea for my image. Once I got it, man, I wanted free shit, and I got the free shit, and then I realized, do I want to push this product? And I didn't. So I did what was necessary, and then I took it all off my page. It was
Oh my god!
like, I don't know, man. This may be hitting the nuclear button on me, but it was a product I couldn't get behind. So,
But that's respect though, because that's honesty.
Yeah.
You're being honest about the product.
And I want to be, and so with our mystery airbrush, who knows where that came from? I want to be honest and fair with that one, because I want to feel okay with having posts on my page still.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to approach that one a little bit differently, and things in the future approach it a little bit differently. But hey, man, I'm never opposed to free shit. Free shit is free shit.
Free shit mugs all day. I just want to throw this out there, and everyone just answer quickly, because I don't want to press anyone's time. Everyone's got real shit out of this shit. We all know that. Would you prefer actual tools or equipment, or maybe store credit towards kits or anything? Because I feel like tools and equipment would be more beneficial. I think I don't know. I just feel like it would be better off, like you said, Steve, to test this shit, or some paints, like you said, try out my new Black Winter. That shit's clean, my guy. That's just gonna clean up your whole lifestyle.
If they give you store credit, you can still buy tools. So it's.
But it depends though. Certain
Would
spots
you-
aren't specialized in that. They be
That's
gloating,
true.
but they don't have it.
It just depends, man. It's situational. What the store has, but yeah, I'll take. As long as they're offering, I'll take it. If I gotta ask for it, I'm not doing it.
I'm taking tools.
I'd say consumables like paint, masking tape, scribing tape.
Okay.
I build a kit once every 3 months. I don't need more kits, dude.
Honestly, I do. Yeah, same. I don't need them, man.
I just
however,
need shit I use.
Yeah, I need paints. I need those little squishy things that I get the paints out of, the little eyedroppers.
Oh, yeah.
I need,
Q-tips. I need Q-tips. Q-tip
need-
brand to sponsor me.
dude, I'm gonna hit up a cosmetic store, man. I
Yeah.
need paper towels and shit like that.
They're
Dude,
gonna be are you
I'll put
you
your
sure you're not a
shit on.
housewife? Are you sure you bro? What's good with you, Mike? You need all this.
I mean, I-
Look,
get house
I
cleaning.
pretty much am, dude. So
You have to get the Patreon account for that, all right? To see mugs at home.
Low key though, I did send an email through my Gunpla Luke to Taco Bell to try to
Respect.
bring them into the Gunpla scene. I was like, I'll do a Taco Bell Gunpla. Can I get it once a week a cheesy gordita crunch, please?
Listen, bro. Listen, that Baja Bath colorway, bro. That shit's real, all right?
dude,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
That shit would be clean.
it was during a local build night on our Discord ever, and I was a little sauced, and so
It's all right.
I shot my shot, and I didn't hear anything back.
What is it with
It's all
Taco
right,
Bell and just having drunk people gravitate towards them, whether it's food or anything, man? It just
About to
they're
get some right now. What are you talking about?
Bro, they got that shit
Imagine.
saved. They're probably we're gonna go back to that. That we're gonna go back to that one.
I was gonna say, you know how late Gunpla builders stay up? They stay awake in your peak hours, bro. Come on.
They're yeah, this is perfect. We're gonna have build nights at Taco Bell. Get them a couple. We're gonna be making some
my
money.
God,
Could
that's
you
such a
imagine
good
build night at
idea.
Taco Bell?
Can we do that at ODO? Let's have one build night.
Bro,
at-
build night at Taco Bell. Sponsor
Dude,
us,
I'm
Taco
all
Bell.
fucking for it, bro.
Just let me video chat in if you guys do it, because I want to be there in spirit for the first
hell
Taco
yeah,
Bell
dude.
build night.
We'll just go one of
We're
those
gonna do it.
poles with an iPad on it, and you can have a robot.
It's a vacuum cleaner with an iPad attached.
Yes, dude.
This is Luke. We have to put a shirt on him. Gunpla Luke. Name tag. Oh my god, bro, that's perfect. Shit, I don't know if you guys answered anything else. You guys want to throw anything else in there? I don't want to take this man from his real world time. You know, he busy. He got that. You know what I'm saying? He got those sponsors to take care of. You guys, you know, want to throw anything out there or anything you want to ask the GOAT himself?
I know his DMs.
No?
I'll bother him there.
Jesus Christ. It was like a teacher, like, hey, kid, did you bring your homework up to the class? And everyone just like,
Dude, he told me in the
that.
class if you have any questions. So
Yeah, the DMs are always open. I answer everybody.
I've already asked him the one question I wanted to know, so I'm good.
what question was that?
What wing kit is the least painful to look at?
Oh yeah.
oh, wait, give it to us. Give it to us on the podcast. Which one is the least painful to look at?
Death Scythe.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the Midwest emo. Hell
Yeah.
And what's the best G Gundam suit to look at?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry. none of them.
What's that? Chiga?
Yeah, G
none of them.
Gundam. Yeah. What is
There we
that
go.
dinosaur?
Fucking, we'll take it. We'll take anything here.
The only thing I know about G Gundam is whatever Goon posts. That's all I know about G Gundam.
I appreciate. Hey, that's it. That's it.
It's like
G
I've
Gundam
seen
stands
more of
for
the show
Goon.
through your reels than
Same, 100%.
No shit. Here in about 6 months, I'll be able to say I watched all of G Gundam.
You're welcome.
Someone's like,
Goon
season,
Nami.
season 1, episode 4. You're like, October 7th. Yeah, no, that was a good reel.
Just know by the dates.
Yeah, just
He posted it that day. That's the day it released, right? Yeah, that's the day it released in my eyes.
Just get somebody to do like a Goon Nami logo and then make us watch part of a shitty Wing episode before we get to watch G Gundam because that's how it always was.
Goose is like, well, it's nice having you on. Get the fuck out.
Stop. Oh my god, bro.
Wish I could say it was a pleasure.
Yo, what?
No,
lost episode of the Goonies.
Yeah, Goose is still gonna be trying to get me to do a Death Scythe or something for him.
Bro, that's fucking perfect,
Jesus.
bro. Oh my god, I love it, bro. Shit, man. As my man George Desan would say, since you guys don't know, I'll teach y'all. I bid you adieu. I want to give y'all the end of this goddamn episode because you guys are just fucking perfect, and all perfect things have to have an ending, right? Shit, man. Luke, bro, where can the people find you and your knowledge? Don't you give me that shake, Mux. I saw that shit in the corner of my eye. Detention, 6 months. But Luke, bro, where can the people find you, bro? Please, bro, bless them with the linky, the sneaky link.
Gunpla Luke Instagram. That's about the only place. I have a small internet footprint.
Yeah, but
That's what we
they
like
can
to
find
see,
you in
baby.
the
Don't
Discord,
search.
right?
You can. Oh, I guess in the Goonies Discord. You can find me in the Goonies Discord.
How do I leave a Discord? Google, how do I leave a Discord?
Goonies Discord. I don't know. Usually, I think I have a different name in the Discords, but maybe it's still Gunpla Luke.
He said maybe. Incognito.
I don't know, dude. I'm just a dad trying to figure this out.
We love it, bro. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you.
Yeah. I'm still
Just
figuring
real
this
human
out.
shit. We just trying to figure shit out. Like,
Yeah, I know. People were like, "Oh, this is Gunpla Luke, this guy," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm a weirdie, man." Like, you run into me in real life, and I ain't talking to you at all.
Bro, I said, yo, you Gunpla Luke? Nah, bro. I'm just Luke.
Yeah, I'm just Luke. I'm just plain old Luke, dude.
Bro, that's perfect, bro. Fucking that's perfect, bro. Oh shit, yo, my heart hurts. Goose, bro, please put it at ease and give the people your linky.
You can always find me on Instagram at @grandfathergoose. Come get loose with me, baby.
Oh, let's go. You put it in there. I like it. Stevie Steve, bro, where can people get between the shadow bands?
You can find me in the streets of Gotham, fighting crime and cleaning the streets up. And then also at XXL_newtype on Instagram.
Instagram, can you please just unshadow ban my mans, bro? Like,
It's not even shadow ban, it's full unrestricted.
can I just give you Jesus Christ?
It is.
Wait, how do we lift it? Like, how do you?
I created a new account.
All right. Listen, before I give Muggs a chance to give his plug, people, let us know what Steve's new Instagram plug should be. All right, like let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think Steve's shit should be, because this man needs to be seen. God damn it, his paint job is too nice to not be seen from the real world.
If I know the internet, it definitely won't be Bodie McBoatface. So tell us, internet, what should Steve's new name be?
We need to know. Let the AI bots go. Muggs, bro, where can the people find you at?
Copley Gunpla Bills.
Oh
Yo,
shit!
you just doxed me on the fucking
No, I'm definitely not. I'm Batman. I'm not Bruce Wayne. You can find me at meanmug_gunpla.com.
Why was that so calm?
I'm still convinced none of this is recorded.
This is recorded, bro. And for the people who are all listening out there, you could find me giving you the full Sunrise Edition G Gundam Season 1, baby. All 49 episodes through reels, which are 45 seconds to a minute. So we got a long way to go. Goonami.com. Let me stop. Gunpla Goon, we pose plastic robots, and we maybe, we maybe do a little bit of hanky-panky greenery behind the scenes. Be on the lookout, because we have a build night coming up. I hope Gunpla will be there. It's going to be October 28th. Be there or be square, because Goon levels up and turns into a Charizard. Let's go.
What time?
That's a lot of energy.
What time?
To be
What
determined.
time? Yeah, to be determined. We gotta get our fifth Goonie Beyond Gunpla on to give us that. So like, to
We gotta
stop
actually
doing
get
stuff.
to that point too. Who knows?
So the world go in before my birthday? That's crazy.
Dude's like, I don't know. I pay people for this shit.
I just have you guys do this shit. I just come on and talk.
I'm the face, all right? I'm the face.
Oh my god! But please also follow us, Gunpla and the Goonies, bro. We're just so thankful to have you guys a part of it. And Gunpla Luke, bro, thank you again for being a degenerate with us. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to be like, you know what? I guess I'll be Gunpla Luke with these losers, and we appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was fun. Thank you so much.
Bro, I'm glad he didn't just like log off halfway through. Like, yeah, these guys are done. Yeah, delete this shit. This shit's cut. Oh my god, bro. But without further ado, can I get an ooh woo? Delayed. You guys stay safe, bro. We'll see you in the next one, and who knows who we'll have for the next episode? It may be you. Find out next time. Goonies out.
I'm sorry.